Sheikah, what is good, girl, child? My ass was watching Love and Hip Hop while I was getting everything else straight, girl. Shouts out to my background music in the back, bitch. That's a little bit of Wiz Khalifa Cushion OJ album for you hoes out there. Girl, Love and Hip Hop New York Season 9. I don't know what the fuck episode this is. Don't give a shit. But I do know the name of it. It's called Own Your Truth. The shit starts out with Kimbella and Jewels talking about his upcoming court date. That's really all that happened with that. There's no need to divulge and, try to, squeeze something out of nothing, pretty much, girl. After that, Joe Budden confides in his mother about the problems with Sin. You know something, Faye? I like you a lot, mainly because you were the main one during the previous seasons, much like how Richie D Mama's mother did, which was call her son out on his shit. But I kind of feel like you kind of dropped that ball a little bit here. First of all, let's not mistake this shit right here. Even if this shit is going on between Sin Santana and Joe Budden, it's like, girl, it's been done. We done seen too many bitches get up here on Love and Hip Hop who have churn and then they turn around and have postpartum depression. Not saying what she's going through is some bullshit. Not trying to be insensitive to what it is that she's going through. I've never been a bitch. I've never had no motherfucking baby girl. So I don't know what it feels like to have postpartum depression, and I'm not taking that lightly. But what I am saying is, Love and Hip Hop, we done been down this road. We done been there, done it, fucked around, and we need something more from Sin Santana or Joe Budden, or they asses need to go. And that's it for that. Nia Lee comes to Rich Dollaz for help with her music, and Rich Dollaz agrees only if Nia Lee agrees to help Sydney Star with her music. And of course, that's when Sydney Star comes in. She was cued in to come in from the back, and basically Rich Dollaz was basically playing mediator between her and Nia Lee. I mean, a part of me is kind of glad that that shit happened, y'all, because neither one of them girls need to have a problem with one another. They both in the same boat. They both starters in the game. They both in the beginner courses. So there's really no... When bitches is in the beginner course, they don't have the right to be around here beefing with hoes that don't matter at all. So Richie Dollaz, you did that. You get the did that award from me for that. By bringing these two ladies together, and they need to come together. I mean, the shit that they went through beforehand, I mean, while I feel like Sydney Star was just team too much, ain't no need for them to make that snowball into something much bigger than what it need to be. It don't even need to be there. And besides, she a real girl. Nia Lee is a real girl. Sydney Star's puss is made of clay. There's no reason for them to be going back and forth and all that other extra shit. So I'm glad about that. Sin Santana talks about her depression. Girl, we over that. Who gives a shit? Mariah Lee and Jonathan meet up, where Mariah Lee talks about how she plans on getting full custody of her little sister. You know something, Mariah Lee? Despite what anybody have to say about you, I rock with you the long way, because one thing about you, you're not going to allow your brothers and your sisters to fall by the wayside, all because your selfish, foolish ass mammy, one, don't know how to keep her old ass legs closed to stop her old ass from having goddamn babies. Two, Jonathan made a damn point. There's no sense of you sitting around here whining and crying and trying to figure out why your mother does the things that she does. Your mother is just a statistic, Mariah Lynn, and I hate to say that, but it's the truth. She's a statistic. She's too far gone. She's too far stuck in her ways. You're not her. You're not her mother. You're her daughter. She's your mama. And if she can't get herself right, let her ass stay locked up down to the county jail and do whatever the hell it is that she need to do when she get out of there. You don't need to continue to waste yourself trying to save hoes that don't want to be saved. You can't save her, Mariah Lynn. Save your sister, save your brother, save your nieces and your nephews, and save yourself and everybody else, bitch. They got to figure it out on their damn own. And I'm just so sorry. I don't mean no harm. I'm not trying to sound mean, and I'm not trying to deter Mariah Lynn from doing what she's supposed to do. But girl, some bitches are just lost causes, and as far as I'm concerned, your mama is a lost cause. Let her figure it out on her own. It ain't fair to you. It ain't fair to you. You already playing mama to your brothers and sisters and your nieces and your nephew. It ain't fair for you to have to play mama to your mammy as well. Let her figure that shit out on her own, Mariah Lynn. You worry about you and your shit and your career. Now that's my grown lady womanly advice to you, and I hope you take it, Mariah Lynn. Cause your mama gonna send you to an early damn grave. I don't like that shit. Jewels and Kimbella come together for Lil Jewel's 8th birthday party. Nothing really needs to be said there. He showed up at the party. Of course, it was a surprise because he was not staying at the house. He was staying at his mama house until the trial was supposed to come about. But since he took the plea, they decided to let him spend more time with his kids and more times at home before he has to report. And I mean, you got to take the good with the bad. At least they gave him that much. So that was a good thing. Alexis Scott goes to Shadi to talk about her non-existent career. Because Alexis Scott, I don't mean no harm, but girl, you ain't nobody's rapper, you ain't nobody's singer, nobody gives a flying fuck about your lyrics, nobody gives a flying fuck about about your musical angst, because and I hate that shit. I hate that rap basically has become a huge fucking joke, man. It is. I honestly prefer R&B music now more than I prefer rap music, because any and everybody and their mama wants to go out here and call themselves rap artists, put shit out on SoundCloud, put shit out on World Star Hip Hop, and girl, like Alexis, girl, listen, go back to being a Instagram model. Ain't that what the fuck you were? A Instagram whore? You need to go ahead and go back to being your Instagram whore days, or stripping, or whatever the flying fuck you was doing before you got caught up in this love and hip hop thing. Because Alexis Sky, girl, nobody give a good goddamn about you. While we care about their pretty little baby, and while we want what's best for their pretty little baby, we could give two fucks about you and your shitty ass, piss poor ass music. Now there that goes with that. Sick of that bitch. Sydney Starr goes into the studio with Rich Dollaz and Jacquay and does a horrible job. Girl. This read I'm about to give comes from Cabernet again, VSQ Brandy, blended and bottled by Brandy Distillers Company, Burnstown, Kentucky, 40% alcohol volume, 80 proof, bitch. Finest selected grapes of brandy, very special quality. Yes, God, honey. I don't know whether to do a regular shot or a tall shot for this read I'm about to give. Miss Richie Dollaz and Miss Richie Dollaz and Mr. Sydney Starr. I'm gonna have to do a tall shot off that one. Rich Dollaz, I wish you just tell the truth. You ain't doing this shit for Sydney Starr because you think this bitch got talent. You doing this shit for Sydney Starr because you want some of her pussy. Okay? That's all this shit is, Richie Dollaz, because first of all, to anybody that don't know, Rich Dollaz does not do music no more. He don't do music no more. He don't do music no more. Young Jock don't do music no more. Stevie J don't do music no more. Who else can I name? Kirk Frost don't do music no more. Peter Guns don't do music no more. I mean, all like, come on, Richie. Come on, Richie. Come on, Richie. Come on, come on, come on. You were once A&R for P. Diddy and the Bad Boy Family, No Way Out, bitch. That was back in 95, 96, 97, where he was going by Puff Daddy. You should have enough experience in this shit to know when a bitch has talent and when a bitch don't. And like Rich, honestly, you would have gotten a more better storyline had you just came out fucking Sydney Star, as far as the fuck I'm concerned. But you sitting here trying to make it seem as though you taking her seriously as a fucking artist. Girl, bye. And I don't even fuck with Sydney Star like that after what she did to my homeboy Chinky. Y'all know how I feel about these bitches that get out here and make a bad name for all of us good gay girls out here. They make it hard for us good gay girls out here. Sitting out here exposing bitches. Like, child, I don't see it for Sydney Star. I don't see it for her music. Nor do I see it for Richie Dollars for sitting here trying to act as if she's so damn talented and he just had to pick her up and put her in the studio. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, Miss Richie Dollars. No, ma'am, Miss Lil Dick Dollars. Like I said, girl, come back next season talking about something you fucking Sydney Star. Then that's when I will be paying attention to you in this shit here. And that's the end of that. Nia Lee and Sydney Star have a genuine moment together. You know what? Anybody could say what they want to say about Nia Lee, but Nia Lee, as a gay boy, you are alright with me. Because one thing that you did not do was judge Sydney Star like I just did for the fuck shit that she used to do in her past, and I fuck with that a lot, Nia Lee. And I have to say, Nia Lee, I kind of gave you the business the last time. I did a video. I can't quite remember what I said, but I know I said something out the way. Girl, forgive me for that. Forgive me for that, because I fuck with what you did a lot. You gave her some real sound advice. You gave her some real grown lady, real womanly advice. And Sydney Star needed to hear it. And I was all here for you in this episode, Nia Lee. Now, the next episode, I don't know. We gonna see how that go. Because y'all know these girls, they just don't know how to act when they get a little piece of check from Mona Scott Young and Love and Hip Hop. Jewels and Capella finally lets Lil Jewels and Bella know that he's going away to jail. I really ain't know how to feel about that scene. At one point, the little girl, I really thought she was crying, and I said, oh my God, my heart is breaking for this little girl. Oh my God, why didn't they do this shit in private? And then when I see the little girl, when she took her hands out of her eyes, she was laughing. So, it's like, which one is it? Is she sad? Is she crying? Is she crying hysterically? What's really going on? I'm not going to go in on that too much, because that is some real shit that Kimbella and Jewels and their family is going through. And I'm not going to make light of that, but it's just like, if y'all going to have a little girl up here crying, y'all need to send her ass to a David E. Tyler play, or one of the little Chitlin Circuit plays or something like that down there, down to the JD and My Husband Is Cheating on Us or something, because I got a little confused at that. But and I'm gonna say this, y'all, that scene really there is why a lot of my young black brothers really need to do better, especially the ones with kids, because you do not want to sit and have that kind of conversation with your kids to let your kids know, because of your actions, you have to be taken away from them. You know what I'm saying? That has to be a hard conversation to have to any kid of any age. So to all of my young black brothers out there with kids, seriously, y'all, we got to do a whole hell of a lot better. We got to do a whole hell of a lot better. We got to. We do. We have to. So many of our young black men are being incarcerated for the stupidest shit. Most of them, it is because of them. Most of it is because of them, but it's just like when you have kids, especially little boys, these days, we just have to do better. We got to do better. We got to do better. We got to do better. If not for yourself, for these children out here, we got to save our own. Because nobody else for damn show don't give half as fuck about them as much as we give a fuck about our own. Y'all know what I'm saying? We got to do better, black men and women. We got to do better. Joel, stay your ass out of jail. And keep that bullshit from up out your nose, or unless you swallowing it or whatever. Um, let's see. Jonathan and Rich Dollars meet up to discuss Anais. Everybody was on an apology tour with Richie No Dollars tonight. Girl, first it was Nia Lee, then it was Sydney Starr, Nance Miss Jonathan. But Mitch Jonathan offered Richie Dollars an apology for how he behaved last year when it came between him and Anais. I am glad he apologized for that because Jonathan, it really won't none of your damn business in the first damn place. But Rich Dollars admitted something, and I felt really bad for Anais. He basically admitted that she's basically in a mental institution. This is her third time going in there. Her husband Ruben had to be the one to put her in there because her mind's just not right. Her mind isn't right. She has a bunch of conspiracy theories going on in her head, and y'all, you know, mental illness is real. Mental illness is real. I've always felt like there was something a little off about Anais, but I never imagined it would be to the point where Ruben ass had to commit her ass thrice, girl. 3 damn times. And Jonathan knew nothing about that. But I'm a little curious as to how Jonathan did not know this, but Richie Dollar did. I mean, girl, are y'all still... Richie, are you still dealing with that boy puss girl? Child... Anyway, whatever's going on with Anais, I'm going to pray for her. I'm going to pray for her and her family. I'm going to pray for her strength and everything in between. When people have something like that going on, the best thing for everybody in her camp to do is pray. Okay? You have to pray. You do. Prayer works. And when you do it in a circle and when you do it in a group and you do it collectively, watch how the power of prayer works. That's my TD Jakes for y'all for tonight. Last but not least, since Santana and Joe Budden yet again have the same argument over and over and over and over and over and over about how he's not being attentive, how he's always working and she feels alone and yada yada yada, and that's the end of the notes and the shit that happened in the episode. I'm gonna tell y'all something though. Since y'all want to force this shit down our throat with Sin Santana and Joe Budden, we gonna talk about it. Joe Budden, it ain't as if you got a bunch of badass dimes beating down your box every night. So I really don't understand where you could get off having just this cold, callous. I mean, you looked at this woman after she done poured your heart out to you about her being depressed, crying all the damn time, gain the fuck weight when I been told you a couple of videos ago to get a bitch a waist trainer. That'll at least check off one of the goddamn problems in the box. You gonna look this woman in her face and tell her if she leaves you, it really wouldn't matter to you one way or the other. Well, let me tell you something, Joe Budden. Joey, you reap what the fuck you sow. And this shit that you doing to Sin Santana and this shit that you saying to Sin Santana, you might want to be careful and you might want to watch what the fuck you say. Because karma has a way of getting your ass together in the worst way. And Joe Budden, I'm sorry. You only had one hit in the music industry and now you are being reduced to having to do podcasts. Girl, you ain't got no reason or no right to sit here and try to act as if you shitting on anybody. Stop being like that to Sin Santana. That woman is the mother of your child, your son, your only son, your first child. Ain't you damn near 40? You think you be happy and you be gracious about that? Like all the bitch wants you to do is fuck her. What's so hard about that? I know you got plenty of time to whip out your little peckaweka, and we all know it's a little peckaweka because much like Richie No Dollars, we all remember that goddamn nigga pic that was floating around with your little Tinseltown ass dick. But that's one thing I absolutely hate about niggas with little dicks who sit around here and act like goddamn Joe Budden do. No, ma'am. Sin Santana, you a much better bitch than I will ever be. Because the minute he looked at me and said that fuck shit in my face, whop, right in his goddamn shit as quick as I goddamn can. Do you understand me? And y'all know me, I do not condone violence. I don't condone domestic violence. But bitch, it's only so many times you're gonna just be blatantly disrespectful in my goddamn face before I just got to air your goddamn chest out. Y'all, that's really all I got for Love and Hip Hop. I ain't got no more. I'm surprised I got 19 minutes and 42 seconds and counting up off of that shit. But girl, y'all let me know what y'all think about this episode of Love and Hip Hop. Like, honestly, y'all, this season is boring as shit. It took a lot for me to sit up here and think about what to say. Y'all see, I needed my liquid courage to get through the damn shit. And look, bitch, I just bought this bottle today. Look at it. Don't judge me, girl. But, y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought about the episode. Let me know what y'all thought about what Joe Benjamin Buttons said to Sin Santana. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about Sydney Star and the Nia Lee situation. And y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all feel about the whole Anna situation. Like, comment, subscribe. Make not only subscribe, make sure you hit that bell button so you can always stay in the know with any and everything that I have going on. Also, I have a Patreon account. If you would love to donate, all I ask for is $5 or whatever you give. Anything that you guys give to me for this will go to the betterment of this. I promise you, none of them coins is gonna come into my pockets, girl. That's what I got a 9 to 5 for. You know, I really appreciate everybody that has been keeping up with me. I appreciate everybody that's been following. And until then, y'all have a good day. Bye.